Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Spartan,
And I'm Pudgey.
and we are watching The Haunting of Hill House, episode 10. So I think Hill House is officially starting to have adverse effects on us. So we are finally ready to solve this mystery. And yes, we cringed in the making of that. But Pudgey held me at gunpoint.
I didn't know. You're such a liar. It was your idea.
Yeah, and then I forgot about it. It has all been about this.
Yes.
The entire mystery, every episode, all the confusion.
We've been waiting for 10 bloody weeks.
Yeah, and it has felt like quite a big journey. I'm sure for you guys as well. It's been a wild ride. Now, we essentially got Olivia's backstory last episode.
Yeah.
So we now we know where everything went wrong, where the house sort of led her to a mental decline. And whilst it was more grounded than I think we were both expecting, it was still very emotional. It was still quite dark, and it does leave more to be desired coming this final episode.
For sure. I think out of this episode, I feel like to get a good grasp on what we think of the entire season or series is how they're going to wrap everything up. What questions are going to be answered? Are we going to be left hanging with certain things? Are certain things going to get explained or are they not? But despite, wanting those answers and waiting to see to kind of weigh up where we sit on that kind of like fandom spectrum, we have actually really enjoyed the journey. It's been like quite a mysterious, some jump scares have been in there. We've had quite fun, I think, watching it.
Yep. Agreed. It's been a fun journey. I've enjoyed it more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
There's definitely been some exciting, creepy moments. There's one jump scare in particular that comes to mind. I may or may not have blamed Pudgey. In hindsight, after watching back that reaction, I was indeed scared. So, full accountability. It was like a reaction to the scare, and then Pudgey's very high-pitched squeal, which does not do justice to the mic. Like what I heard and what you heard, very different.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I've seen because I got filters on the mic, like compressors and stuff.
Yeah.
It condenses the highs and the lows so that it doesn't, ruin someone's ears. Whereas what I heard, it pierced my freaking soul. And in that moment, I associated all the jump scare with like that scream, how much it irritated me, and how much to be honest, how much it scared me more than the actual jump scare. But then, when I look back at the footage, I actually reacted quickly to the jump scare as well. It was just that they happened so close to each other that the last thing I remembered was the freaking like the high pitched squeal, and I've definitely got a reaction to that. But
that has to be one of my favorite moments, I think, so far.
So we hope you guys had a good laugh at that. But this is me taking accountability. It did get me. I don't think I said that word right, but taking accountability.
Yeah.
It did get me good, that one. That's probably the only proper jump scare for me. Got you a number of times. But it's been a fun ride. It's been a fun ride, a lot of mystery. But I am eager. Like, we've got a lot of questions. I was going to delve into it in the intro. I'm like, nah, we'll let it play out and see in the discussion. We've sort of hung on to every clue, every detail, and we want it all to mean something.
As much as we can remember.
Yes. And it often, necessarily doesn't, like that whole time loop thing and them waking up and Shirley's dream, and is it just meant to be taken like that's it, or is there more to it? Like, I'd like the time loop, especially for me, I'd love that to be explained just because of the way things worked out. And I'd like to maybe explore Hill House a little more into its origins, why it's doing what it's doing, something, give me a reason, I don't know, but we left off, I'm assuming we're returning to where we ended off on episode 8, which was Luke was going to burn down Hill House. Family was coming after him. And we saw a very creepy scene at the end where the mother came down in a very distinct red dress. Yeah. And...
gown.
Yes.
I think it was like a dressing gown.
Yeah. And I don't know who that ghost was. It looked like an older Abigail, but probably isn't Abigail.
Yeah, the one that like...
Yeah, it might have been that lady that was like luring the mother on. I don't remember her name. Was it
Polly?
Polly, yeah. But... she was in a creepy form, grabbed him by the face, like, and just pulled him away. Creepy stuff. So we're picking up from there.
Just one thing. Polly had 2 children, didn't she?
Yes.
Do you think, because I'm like, what about the other children? I know the other children are getting haunted by it, but just because Nellie and Luke were the ones that were seen dead by Olivia in the future kind of thing, do you think she just wanted those two children as her children, if that makes sense? I don't know.
No, but then the dad reckons that Steve's actually the most at risk.
Yeah.
He's like, the house wants you the most, or because he was seeing from the beginning. Because then you got the clock man, you got all these little tidbits.
We're just going to have to watch and find out because we've got way too many questions.
Yeah, we could theorize all day, but we are excited. Lock in, get ready, because it's going to be a big one. Thank you to all of our Patreon supporters. If you want up to 4 weeks of early access to our reactions, or you want to watch uncut reactions, we'll leave a link in the description down below.
And if you guys are watching this over on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel and let us know in the comments down below what you thought of the finale.
All right, let's go.
Let's go. He's downstairs, huh?
Oh, okay, so we're looking at Shirley as a kid.
I got it. Open it! Mr. Dudley says this is a master key, so it's supposed to open any door in the house.
And so it doesn't, remember?
We've seen this, but what did we miss? Will we see the other side of the door, maybe? What?
What? How did she get in there?
Hello?
Wait.
But she couldn't hear. Do you know what I mean? She would have heard them speaking.
Oh my god. So she was the shadow we saw?
Yeah.
I want to see what's in there too.
So this must have to do with the maze we see in the intro of the house.
Need more keys. It's an emergency.
And then that walks away, like that shadow.
Yeah, which was Theodora.
Not funny, Luke.
What? But she would know if she was in the red room. Do you know what I mean?
No, but she's obviously not in the red room.
Yeah.
The door obviously is a link to any room, depending on what the house wants.
That is wild.
Damn. Just when you think you've seen it all, there's another little plot twist waiting
I know.
All right. Consider me intrigued.
Yep.
How was it?
It was great. Kelly says hi.
Is she pregnant?
You were
This is like back.
I was gonna cook.
When? Yeah.
I know, but she wants fries.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Dad and I just got to the house, and we know Luke bought the gasoline.
Oh, honey.
So this is after.
Wait, what?
You said yourself you're never going to publish it.
I do, though. To see it, to really see it.
Is that his ability? Because we all thought he didn't have an ability, remember?
What would be his ability?
Or he somehow knew the future.
She's going to hear all sorts of stories and speculation like you did when you were little, but whose voice did you need? Whose story did you need to hear the most?
Is this after the fact?
That's what I'm saying. You're a bit slow.
Well, throw me right in the deep end.
This house, which seemed somehow to have formed itself, flying together in its own powerful pattern under the hands of its builders.
Wow, okay.
It was a house without kindness. Never
You
meant
say that
to be
again.
lived in.
Brutal. It's a very interesting way to set up.
A place for people, or for love, or for hope.
Yeah, that all dies right there. But why?
Well, the house's lights haven't turned on when they're there. Notice that?
It's not welcoming them in.
You smell that? Yeah.
So it didn't light.
Gasoline.
Maybe.
Didn't, yeah. No, nothing looks burnt.
If he's here, I think I know where to find him.
No.
Oh, man.
No.
It's okay. Come on.
Yeah, Steve, you still gonna deny this house is whack? Oh my god! Imagine seeing that. Nah, dude, I'm getting out of that house ASAP.
How is he just standing there and be screaming? Screaming.
Holy
They both see
shit.
Abigail.
The house is hiding nothing now.
What the fuck?
Oh, nah.
Look at me.
Oh my god, he's brave.
The willing relinquishing of reasonable patterns.
So the dad knows how the house
Yield
works in a
to it,
way.
Or we fight it.
He's avoiding eye
Cannot
contact.
meet
with that.
halfway.
Can't meet it halfway.
Interesting.
Interesting. I wonder what would have happened if he looked him in the eyes.
And I wonder how the dad knew.
I am home, I thought, and stopped in wonder at the thought. I am home. I am home.
Hey, dad's got balls, man. Man's just running up.
Dad, that door's always been locked.
Nope, not always.
Only when he wants to be.
Maybe with the two of us.
He can see it.
Dad? Oh, Steve, wait!
No
course,
way!
man.
Oh man.
Get some sleep. Hill House will be there in the morning. I know it's hard. It's too much right now. Why don't you put this down?
Keeping us in the dark on how the ending goes.
And then we went to the red room. And then the door opened and I saw Luke, and then...
Luke died.
Damn, they're gonna just drop it like that?
There's no way.
He was alive on the floor.
Okay.
And the door closed. And
then he died.
So the inference is that he died at some point.
I can't say what happened.
It's still too soon. Why don't you come
Do
to
you
bed?
think this is not real?
I mean, I can't say what happened after the door closed.
It's a very pudgy theory, like he never left. I don't know.
Because how did she get pregnant?
I don't remember coming back to California.
I think I might be right.
Reconciling.
Oh, shit.
Finding out you were pregnant.
By who?
Well, of course you don't. Because you haven't written it yet. I mean, is anything real before you write it, Steve?
Oh no, is that?
This is way creepier now. Holy shit.
Not until you chew it up and you digest it and you shit it out on a piece of paper.
It sounds like Polly speaking, doesn't it?
You take other people's lives and love and loss and pain and you eat it, Steve. You are an eater.
That's ironic.
God damn.
Normal people's lives are flesh and blood and muscle and bone, but not yours, darling. Oh no, your life is plastic. You
What the
are a plastic
hell?
parasite.
This is creepy.
This is nuts.
I was always a supporting player in your story, if we're honest. I would feed you and fuck you and pay the bills while you
God
scribbled a
damn.
novel that nobody was going to read or publish. But I paid you to write them, didn't I? I picked up the check for your dreams and I said goodbye to mine, and not even that was enough.
Holy shit, shots fired.
He's destroyed him.
And now this one. This little one.
Oh man.
Oh, what the fuck?
She's kicking. Oh, she's hungry. She must be an eater like her dad.
Oh my god, her belly's like about to pop.
If she eats me from the inside and I burst like a blister,
Oh my god,
will you
man.
lose your mind?
Oh my
mother.
god.
Steve.
Holy
she there to
shit.
help?
He's now helping him. They're all in there.
What the hell? How did they get there sooner?
Well, no, they all got there after, but they all got knocked out the same way.
Yeah. What?
That was the image that Nell saw, I think. Or the mother saw that. Put him on his side at least, man.
Well, we're going to see what happened from his side now. Red for the red room. Yeah, that's Polly. That's Polly.
Yeah, disgusting.
But I didn't, and I'm so fucking cold, and my arms and legs are so stiff.
Why are we going back to this?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Please let me come back, please.
Gonna give him the version that he would have wanted.
Yeah.
What do you think? It's a perfect place to get clean for a few days.
Oh man, it's so messed up.
You know, everybody's always given up on me my whole life. But not you, Luke. Not you. You saved me.
But I didn't.
So he kind of like remembers that.
You took the money and you ran away. I never found you.
No, I came here. I got us this hotel room. And I found you at the payphone, remember?
Trying to rewrite their memories.
Yeah.
One last time, just to get well before we get clean.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I need to, actually.
Yeah, but that's not clean.
How's
You
that
can
not clean?
step it and collect your chips, but you're never clean. Never really clean. Because one day that needle's going back in your arm.
Poor Luke, man.
Oh,
This is
I
some
know.
bullshit.
And the puke and the piss and the alley rats are chewing on me right now.
Holy shit, that is like...
Punching through the jelly of my pretty eyes, right?
Where did the house get the needle? That's what I want to know.
Come with me, Luke.
Oh my god. He's resisting.
Yeah, good on you, man.
No, I won't.
Baby, you already did.
Nah. Nah. And that's what Steve saw.
If you look long enough at the wallpaper, you can see that little girl.
Oh,
Abigail?
The little girl with the runny egg eyes.
Oh my god. That's from the story that he told, remember?
Yeah. The rat poison. Oh my god.
Steve, wait!
Oh,
Holy
Polly.
shit. So Polly's just the... Oh my god.
But how can she do this? What the... No way, man.
Dad?
Oh, Polly's one nasty bitch, man.
Oh, yeah. Shirley, who you seeing? Is it my boy Nathan? There he is.
We still have no
Who
idea.
the fuck are you?
Dad! Oh my god.
Alright, so he was dreaming too about all the black stuff on him.
I don't know why I'm surprised we saw them there. Kind of. I don't know what we saw.
Yeah, I don't know. Polly's out of control, huh?
This is for you.
Did he order it for her? Did she have an affair?
Oh, tell him thanks?
Right or wrong, you are the definition of jumping to conclusions.
I know. I'm just questioning stuff.
Tell you what, what's the weirdest thing you guys have on the happy hour menu? Like the thing no one ever orders?
Here we go. Oh, Shirley.
Can I sit here while I eat these?
You don't have to eat them.
Oh, sure I do. I will keep it professional. Hand to God. We can chat embalming technique.
Well, he's nice.
No funny stuff. Embalming only.
Oh, Shirley, she's such a just a straitjacket, you know.
For real? I didn't hear last call.
Me either. Well, I guess that's it.
They've been too busy enjoying each other's company.
On that note.
Oh no, don't do it.
I'm not. I'm just saying, since we missed last call,
Gonna do it.
I've got all the makings of a mean martini in my room and want a nightcap.
Oh. Did she... If you call that man, I don't know, dude. Something's wrong with you.
She's obviously, like, resistant.
Thank you anyway. It was nice to meet you. I enjoyed the conversation, but I'm gonna say goodnight.
And that's fair, but then why does he keep popping up for her? Like, he's got nothing to do with the house.
I'm assuming all that was true. That, like, happened in memory.
Yeah, true.
That's not what you said, though. You looked at my ring, and then I said the thing about the carnivorous biped, and you said...
Let's see what kind of martini it makes.
Oh!
You're sick.
How old was Jaden then? 6? And Allie was...
2.
So she's a hypocrite and a half.
Yeah, perfect little Shirley. Ain't so perfect.
Can I just say, if Nathan came to me, I don't know.
He can have you.
That ring closed the deal. You went upstairs with me because of the ring, because the ring meant...
You had as much to lose as I did.
Ooh.
Wow.
Well, that was the whole point. Just a fling. People have them all the time, but not you. The
Yeah,
whole thing,
true.
so not you. But God, who would have guessed how good at it you were?
Oh, damn.
You got away with it.
I'm a good wife. I'm a good mother.
I don't know, you shouldn't be so judgy then.
But you never told him, did you?
Fuck you.
And even then, your anger at Theo, Kevin...
Fuck you.
So righteous.
You already did.
You
Yeah.
don't want to look at it, do you? You did this thing. You did it and you liked it and you just decided not to look at it. Now that's you all over.
Oh!
Shirley never wants to look.
Shirley never wants to look.
Is that like her funeral? That's what she suggested.
Yeah.
Oh man, that'd be creepy.
And she's wearing red too. And Steve was wearing like a muted red. And here's a little flashback thing.
I fixed her. I ripped out her organs and eyeballs.
Oh my
I
god.
sucked out the blood and the shit and plugged her holes so she wouldn't leak.
Very different speech.
Posed her like a dreamer, and now she is fixed and pretty.
That is wild. And she's wearing the exact same clothes.
And we pickle it and paint it, but it's still death and rot and ruin.
Yeah, it's almost like an analogy for her life.
That's not what you want. Oh, no.
Nah, what are we doing, man? Oh, what are we doing?
Like, why? Why?
Shirley.
She's coming to help.
So Nell's like fighting back against them.
Yeah.
Go, Nell.
We need help.
This isn't real. It's a dream.
It's real. He's dying.
Of course his is real. Like, why?
What's that about?
She's wearing the red for her, essentially.
Can't recall. There was a reason for this.
Can't remember. Wow.
What were you feeling before? I was feeling fear and guilt.
She like slowly coming to.
Very specific as well. Fear and guilt. Very relevant.
They kissed his eyelids as he slept, and every morning he went just a little more mad.
Oh my god.
So he built a wall to keep it all outside. But those two sisters, they were in there with him. Even there.
Is she like talking about the house now? Like, is that?
His wall would keep them out, but there was just enough room
For him. And them.
I don't know.
So he was trapped behind that wall.
Talking about the Hill member who was behind the wall that died.
His fingers were shredded on his own bricks.
Yeah.
The scratches just sounded like rats in a wall.
Quite literally.
Nah, that's a horrendous death, man. Horrendous.
Just crying.
So small. But that was his dream. And when he woke up, he was tall.
The Kane.
The tall guy.
Yeah. Which is Will, I'm pretty sure.
Fear and guilt are sisters, Theodora. When you wake up, they'll leave you be.
Very tricky and seductive.
Yeah. Nell, where you at?
I'm loving you.
Oh, yuck.
No, 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 Theo.
Yes, Nell, let's go. Holy shit, man.
Thank God for Nell, man. She's the MVP.
Oh my God.
What is happening? Oh my god. That's poison.
I can't feel it. She fucking dare, Luke. She fucking dare.
Why is Theo flipping out?
I mean, he's gone.
That's a robbery, man. That's such bullshit. The house took him in the end.
Absolutely fucking disgusting. What are these white walls and floors and...
Sweetheart. You're awake. Oh, I've missed you so much.
Awake?
Is this the actual mother?
I will have a Robin. I almost named you Robin.
Really?
Very distinct details.
Then why didn't they?
But when I looked at you for the first time, you were Luke. You just were. I almost forgot.
I don't know whether to like give into this emotional moment or to just be like cautious, you know?
I'm cautious. Oh
hat.
my god.
Oh,
No. We're going to have a tea party.
Maybe he can make it out alive.
We're so glad you're finally here.
Go.
Go.
Yeah, that's what she always
She
says.
maintains that.
He just got here. Have a seat.
Don't.
my dad.
On repeat.
Like, don't accept this.
Yeah.
It's the world, my love. It isn't and it wasn't, and you never should have been fed to it like you were.
I mean, that's true, but like...
Yes, have a seat.
Don't.
Please listen to...
Trust Nell, man.
For years and years and years, we could hear you knocking louder
on,
all
Lou.
the time. And finally, here you are. Please.
Don't.
No, I have to. I have to.
I wonder if it's the real mom.
Yes, now!
Oh,
Yes!
She brought him back.
But what's sad is she probably can't
No,
come
I
back.
don't think she can.
Save me.
You just woke up. You were gone.
She saved me.
You can see someone, he's pointing.
They all see her?
Oh, man.
Get it.
All this time we tried to get into this room and now we can't get the fuck out.
Oh, no, isn't that ironic?
No.
Been here before.
We have. All of us.
Shirley.
So
Was this the
many times and we
treehouse?
didn't know it.
Oh, remember they kept saying, what's this room? What games room? What this room? That was always the red room.
Yeah, when she said, oh, like, what's Mum's reading room?
Oh.
I thought for so long that time was like a line, that
We go, but time.
our moments fall around us like rain.
That's crazy.
Or snow.
They sort of get scattered.
Betty.
Betty. That's what she was saying.
You're right. We have been in this room so many times and we didn't know.
That is wild,
I know.
man.
Mom says that a house is like a body.
Wearing
and that
the
every
necklace.
house has eyes and bones.
That was a very vivid description. I remember
I
that
know.
This room is like the heart of the house.
one.
Damn
Right.
heart.
No, not a heart, a stomach.
That's where it eats its prey.
Mm.
It was your dance studio, Theo.
Yeah, that
It's
makes
my
sense.
room.
That is
That's-
wild,
It's
man.
a reading room for Mom.
Yeah, and Polly said, remember? Like, oh, this
Never-
was a nursery, and then my...
But it was
what
always
the hell?
bedroom. Put on different faces so that we'd be still and quiet
Oh my
while
god.
it digested.
Oh my goodness.
Fed on like their fears.
I don't know how to do this without you.
I learned to see
Oh man, that ripped me.
there's no without. I am not gone.
We have seen that, haven't we?
Scattered into so many pieces, sprinkled on your life like new snow.
That's sweet to think of it that way.
The things are going too well. Something's gonna fuck up, yeah.
I'm so sorry our last words were in anger.
They weren't our last. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Really
I didn't
nice.
answer the phone. But you did. So many times.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a nice
if
way
I
of looking at
didn't
it.
listen, and I'm sorry.
Wouldn't have changed anything. I need you to know that.
And that's what sucks. Like, she gets a really horrible outcome.
I loved you completely. And you loved me the same. That's all.
How come Nell gets the shit fate, man? I'm hoping the actual pills and they went something else.
Yep. There she is. Is it Nell or Olivia? Probably Olivia. Oh, Polly.
The next was Grandma Groton, so old and tired and grey. She fed off her attacker until her strength gave way.
Oh my goodness. Bloody family is just like crazy.
He stove him in the short ribs until that child was dead.
Is this like her family story? I don't know.
On his golden head.
Stay away.
Ooh, Olivia.
Is that the real Olivia?
Must be.
I have told lies and made a fool of myself. And the very air tastes like wine. Everyone is home.
Oh my god, is she
This ain't
still...
home.
How long has it been since you were here?
Longer than I intended. It was too
Really
hard
intended to come
see
back?
you here this way.
So he did see her that night.
That wasn't me. That was just you.
What were you doing?
Wow. Like his imagination.
Still trying to pull him back.
I was holding the door. Holding a door closed.
Yeah, he did say that to Steve, I think, at one point.
And my arms out wide because I knew there were monsters on the other side and they wanted what was left of our family. And I held it so hard.
That's
And
a
I
nice
didn't
spin
have
on it.
arms left for the kids.
Oh.
They're dying.
They're waking.
There's that
You kept
distinction
them from me.
always.
To keep them safe.
You kept them from the truth.
That's why it was like she didn't actually die. It was like kind of.
I woke up at
foot of these stairs.
Oh my
And I
god.
started walking.
You didn't wake up, love.
That's wild.
I dreamed of you and the children's laughter. And then I'd remember that you took them from me.
Get away from that ledge.
And you hurt them, Hugh. And they suffered.
They did. They all do.
Can't be from his fault.
I saw our daughter dance at her wedding, her smile.
Yeah.
It was like a light.
There were moments. There were happy moments.
And I recognized that light because it was ours. We did that.
That's why he was just staring that day.
We're all safe now.
The mother's lost the plot, man. Damn.
Our forever house. It always
Oh
was.
my god, it definitely
Nothing
isn't.
bad will ever touch them ever.
This was always the forever house. Wow.
I know you love the people in that room more than anything.
I won't let you take them away again.
Oh
They'll
man.
They will die if they stay. They're dying now. Our babies are dying.
Man, speaking facts. Come on.
Let them go.
I'll be alone again.
He'll stay.
I hope not.
I would have laid down with you. I would have followed you.
I believe
into the
that.
darkness. But those kids live.
Oh, damn. That's beautiful, man.
If you open that door right now, I will make a promise to you that I will keep forever.
Oh,
no.
Let me fix this.
Let me fix this. Always wanting to fix.
In lovers' meeting.
So his journey is about to end.
Engraved on my watch. Do you remember?
Oh, man. That's gonna suck.
Journeys don't end.
Not in this
When you
house.
love someone, they don't end at all. Isn't that wonderful?
This is breaking my heart.
Oh, we had 5 of them. No. Stay with me. Play.
No, Luke.
Stay awake. Stay with.
What promise did he make?
There's one more thing your brother and I have to do here. We'll see you there. What?
With Steve.
What do you mean? I'm nervous. Are you nervous?
Yes, I am. Been nervous the whole episode.
Is that Luke?
Was it Mr.
No, when he comes back.
Oh, this is the night he came back.
Oh, okay. Time is like the confetti.
Lydia? Liv?
Who's that? Him now.
Well, they're seeing the memories, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, the blood makes sense.
Yep.
Why is he the one seeing it though?
What happened?
Interaction with him.
Why are you here? Did you see?
Did he actually see
What happened?
Luke? Oh.
Oh.
Okay, so he's just seeing that night what went down.
I can fix this. I can fix it.
I'll fix this.
Holy shit, they're all doing pretty well because they're just seeing a dead body.
You can't.
Oh, man.
Why is this happening?
Are they gonna finally spill, or do they even know?
We need to get you help. We need to get the police.
Why are you here?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Snuck out of her bed tonight and we thought maybe.
Was
Who's
that
the daughter? Abigail? Can't be.
No.
So why?
Well, she's actually real.
No.
So Abigail wasn't a ghost.
All of their children
She wasn't in her bed.
What the hell?
I didn't know. I didn't know.
Mommy?
But so it... Oh my god. But it makes sense that Luke was seeing her in the woods because that's where they lived.
She was real all along, man. That's why she woke up.
Who hurt you, baby girl?
Pointing to Olivia.
I think they've really got their daughter, but
Wait,
they
so
don't.
they can see her?
Yes.
What the hell? That would be so creepy just seeing that.
I'm having the strangest dream.
Oh my god, man.
How trippy would that be?
That's why he stayed for 3 hours. You know, they're saying, why'd you wait 3 hours to
Yeah.
call?
I'm gonna burn it.
You already
Burn this
tried.
house to the ground.
They probably don't want him to now that their daughter's there.
Stand over it. Make sure that every room, every wall, every splinter is immolated. Burn this house and its hills to the dirt.
Obviously doesn't happen, hey.
I'll salt the earth.
Shit, man, he's upset.
Horace, he can't. She's still here.
Oh man, that is messed up.
You understand, Hugh? We'll say nothing. She barely left our house her whole life. We kept her out of the world to keep her safe.
Isn't that freaking ironic?
We're the only ones who would even know to mourn her.
Yeah,
That is sad.
We won't say anything about Olivia.
That's why he let the Dudleys in the house only.
We know what really happened here tonight. And your kids, they don't need to hear anything else.
They've all made that,
remember
like,
their mother
decision.
in any way but the way that she truly was. And we can protect that for you.
Oh.
They still want to see their daughter.
If you keep this house, keep us on. Keep everyone else away. Don't let it take anyone else. Never again.
But it's gonna take you guys, like...
But leave it here. So I can see her.
Oh my god, man, isn't that tragic?
Damn, that's a lot.
It's dangerous.
Clearly, we lost, like,
Both of
children
you, I
over
don't
it.
care. This is where she is now. I'm her mother. I won't leave her here alone.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild? Your daughter's dead, but then, like, kind of still
I
there.
know.
Isn't that weird? One dead body, one... Oh,
I know.
God, man. What are we looking at?
The thing is, could he even really burn it? Because, I mean, Luke tried. Didn't work.
I wish you would have told me.
How can he tell you that?
You didn't tell your sisters what you saw. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Some things can't be told.
Yeah, who's gonna
Everyone's
believe
learned
it?
that lesson in their own way, hey?
But they can't be told. I'm sorry.
Oh, shit.
This is all yours now. The house.
Passing it on.
My God.
I want you to know. You and your sisters and your brother were the best part of my
Damn, man. It's pretty emotional stuff.
never been prouder of anything. Anything. Ever. Take care of each other.
And be kind to each other.
That's like your goodbye. And no one else got to say goodbye.
Oh man, seeing him like that too just hits different.
I was so lucky to be your dad.
Oh, that's heavy, man.
Those three get to be together.
Yeah, at least Nell's not alone, but holy shit.
So now he has to keep this secret? Like, I don't...
Yeah. What? So they all thought that was all the dad, but that was the ghost of the dad that was talking to them.
Yeah. All these people.
All the people that have been taken by the house.
Holy shit. Look how many, man.
He sees them all.
Doesn't look back. But will the house keep like haunting them? Like,
I am home, I thought, and stopped in wonder at the thought.
interesting. Okay. So he does go back.
I've lived with ghosts since I was a kid.
Quite
Since
literally,
before I
at least
knew
you
they were
knew.
even there. Ghosts are guilt. Ghosts are secrets. Ghosts are regrets and failings.
That's the more grounded
explanation.
A marriage can be like a house. A marriage can be haunted. And I let that happen to us. And
Is she gonna tell him too?
I have something I have to tell you. And I'm going to. But I need you to remember while I do that I love you.
Oh, man.
Damn.
Oh, man. I know. After being so angry at him as well.
I'm asking you to love me hard for the next few minutes. And it might be the hardest that you've ever had to love me. But I know it'll be okay because it's us.
And that guilt was her ghost.
So, I'm gonna jump, and I'm asking you to hold my hand.
It's not off the staircase.
Yeah, just put it all on him. I mean,
I know.
You gotta own your mistake.
I wish I'd been a better husband. I wish I'd been a better son.
I mean, knowing what you know now would change everything.
What about these? Oh, trash.
Just in case.
Thea's moving out, starting her life.
If you ask me to,
Ready to feel.
My only wish. My only wish is to come home.
Full circle, hey? For her means something very different.
I just want to fix this.
Damn, the dad's words.
Fear is the relinquishment of logic, the willing relinquishing of reasonable patterns.
Oh, that's when they're old.
Oh, what the hell?
We're here, Clara.
They want to die in the house, they can be with their child.
To be with Abigail.
and the shame goes man.
Like that other child that she said she could hear in the walls, the unborn child, the house took it. Right.
Oh, Luke.
Oh, it's just 2 years clean, I think.
We fight it, but we cannot meet it halfway.
She's pregnant! She's actually pregnant!
Yeah.
Hill House, not sane, stands against its hills holding darkness within. It has stood so for 100 years and might stand 100 more.
God damn, man. Nuke that house immediately.
I know.
And those who walk there
Which should be no one.
walk together.
Well, like the people the house has taken. That was actually a much happier ending than I was expecting.
I know.
I was not thinking we were going to get so much... Like, it was like actually... Yeah, I thought I was being too idealistic, wanting something like that. There was definitely sad. There's a lot of emotion in it. But I'm surprised and not disappointed, actually. Like, I liked it, but I'm surprised that it was such a positive spin on such a dark show.
What's crazy is how grounded it remained the entire time.
That's where this show trips me up, because it is very supernatural on one end and very grounded, and it balanced both uniquely well, where it never felt too much either way, and yet it almost made you question either side.
You know, the house is, I feel like, almost like this metaphor of the afterlife. You know, how people, like all religions, believe in this afterlife, and they believe that they're going to be reunited with their loved ones. And so I just feel like, from the example of the Dudleys there with Abigail, or, you know, Hugh with Olivia and Nell, he then took his life, and obviously, like, struggling, you know, he was saying, like, holding all the monsters back, but then he couldn't be there for his children. And you see that happen in day-to-day life, you know, the monsters, his fear, his guilt, his all this stuff, and he's just, like, coping with all of that, really trying to, like, not wear that on his children or push that on his children, but really he's not there as a father for them in the way that they need, like when you take the house out of it. So then, you know, all of that guilt, all of that whatever, he kills himself to then move on with Olivia and Nell.
Interesting. It's an interesting take. I didn't read it that way.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's like the grounded element of it.
Yeah, I haven't. Something that I'll think about for a lot more before I've actually got a decent explanation. It's not something I've got right on the back of my head. But
yeah,
I see it more as sort of leaving that original home and the loss of innocence that results in that, and then the darkness, the fear, the guilt, everything you go through
out in the world.
Yeah, but at the same time, you have to go through that to experience the world, to grow. But if you never leave the house, you never get to see the true world. You're sort of living in a bubble. In the end, it's like the mum's fear of the hardships you go through to then experience the full throttle of life and grow and become your own person. That fear led her to never wanting to leave. So she tried to trap everyone in that, but not realizing that was killing them. Yeah. Actually not letting them grow and flourish and experience themselves actually was killing them, but she thought it was preserving them.
And then you've got the Dudleys who never let Abigail out and whatnot, and, you know, that killed her in the end.
Yeah, because no one thought she was real.
Yeah.
Like, you sheltered her too much. That is such a great twist.
Yeah.
Because we see all these ghosts.
Yeah.
And you don't realise Abigail's actually the one real one.
Except for her in the blue dress. Like, that was always her ghost.
No, because she died on the last day.
Yeah, but like time is confetti as well, so like...
Oh, do you reckon that there was times when she was appearing as a ghost and times when she wasn't? I don't know. Because no one was also ever around Luke when he was with her. And that's why when the mother opened the door and she saw, we're like, oh, she can see the ghost. But that was the real deal. Because
that was the real one, not the ghost. Because the ghost, I feel like, was always in the blue dress.
Maybe. I'm not sure. There's obviously a lot of layers to this. I'm sure we're missing a lot. So feel free to explain a bunch of things that we might have missed, guys, because it's very interesting. You could unpack it. You know, I like how he didn't necessarily go to answer everything in crazy depth, but yet it covered enough where I was satisfied. Like the time, for example, that was a big one for me. And I don't fully understand his explanation. Mm-hmm. It didn't really get specific and detailed with it, but it gave you like a perspective on time.
Yeah, on the time in this show. But also, I do feel like you can relate that to real life, you know. Everyone thinks that, I guess, the way I interpret it, how Nell was saying, like, everything's a straight line and, you know, you have your expectations and things are going to go the way they're going to go. But it's not really. It's like this choice that you made here and this choice that you made there and this thing that happened to you and whatever. Like, it's all just everywhere that makes up this one big life in a way. That's the way I took it, from like a more grounded element, I guess. And I really do like that perspective. Like, it's not always as if you're going to make this decision and you're just going to go down this straight road. Everything that you thought is going to happen and whatever. It's kind of just different paths leading into your one. And yeah, the way Nell described it, it's like confetti. Like, all kind of is thrown up in the air and eventually just kind of lands and settles.
Yeah, it's interesting because that's sort of one lens of it.
Yeah.
Then you can get more literal with what we saw. And I'm not going to, but I could sit here and sort of unpack the timelines and where did they add up? And, because when the mum wrote Welcome Home, like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
But it's almost like, was the mum's spirit haunted already happened and yet not happened in their present? Because as we know with Nell, she was already being haunted by a ghost that the house had that was her, but she was still alive.
Yeah.
So that part of it is still ambiguous, and I'd love to hear people's different takes on that and how you explain that, because it's interesting. But yeah, it's kind of, I like how the father was, in the end, he was always keeping the secret, and then the way he described it, I was holding that door closed.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm messing around a bit, but talking about the door.
Yeah.
What a plot twist. Like the Red Room, they actually made it till the very end.
Yeah. I thought, when Olivia or Shirley or someone said something about like, oh, where's Mum's reading room? Like no one knew.
Well, everyone would always make those comments.
Yeah, I always thought that was sus, but I knew from like the intro the walls were moving, so I was like, oh, I don't know, maybe like it changes each other. But I didn't think it'd be the Red Room. Like that's not where my brain went.
So that's why now it makes sense, the opening scene when Shirley was trying to open the Red Room and Theodora was in there. We're thinking, is this some sort of maze? What is it? No, she actually was in the Red Room, but what she was seeing, what they were seeing, very different.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. All along we saw, and that's why the clues are all there. When they say, "Oh, I'm in the gaming room," because Dudley's like, "Gaming room, like, are you going?" And reading room, and she's like, "What?" Like they're not getting it.
Yeah.
And the treehouse, we thought the mum was going crazy. That's the funny one, the treehouse, because that's where it started. Or that's the first one I remember. And the tea room, it was all there.
So
all
Hugh
along.
at that point, I don't know if he fully understood that concept yet then about the Red Room. Because he was saying to Steve, like, no, like, that's not, that was
I think not until he saw the Dudleys and their daughter and all that happen. Wow, that's crazy. So, in a way, Nell and Hugh's souls are sort of with the house now.
Yeah.
And they're going to live out their days there while the rest of the family moves on.
So, at this point, the house just decides to not haunt them anymore. Like, that's the part that I'm a little confused on.
Well, I guess it's sort of, again, it's interesting because there's the grounded and supernatural, and I feel like they balance each other, but they've left a lot up to interpretation, because I feel like the idea of conquering your fear and your guilt, and, those who lived overcame that, there was a price to pay, but they overcame that, and that's why at the end, like, Steve and Shirley, they're putting down their walls, they're owning their past. Even Theo with her scars and Luke, and they're owning that so they can then turn a new leaf.
Yeah.
Whereas they were still running from those scars.
Yeah, putting those walls up just like the house did to protect itself and whatnot.
Yeah, so we didn't get every little thing explained, like, which is fine, but like the clock man, for example, a lot of those clues, I think maybe they were very subtly hinted, I'm not sure. Like how we kind of got explained the dead body.
Well, the clock guy was there toward the end, like with all the ghosts. Yeah.
So I guess you sort of take it like that. Some of the ghosts, we're not going to have every single one explained.
Yeah.
We got this family
because the house
explained.
took a lot of people, and I don't know. Polly was just like some vindictive little bitch.
Yeah, she was. So what is the house in the end? Like it feels like Polly was taken by it, but then she's the driving force behind it.
Yeah, for this scenario anyways. But at the same time, the mother was trying to get them home. So the mother was like, in a way, trying to bring them back home through all the ghosts or whatever. Like, because the ghosts, the children would see them out in the world. And maybe that's why now it won't haunt them anymore.
Luke would always see...
because they're facing all their ghosts.
The tall man. So Nell's, she saw herself. Why would Luke always see the tall man?
Well, the way that Polly described was, I feel like when you see yourself as small, you're like belittling yourself, you're, undermining yourself, you're not seeing yourself in a great light. But when you're tall, I'm assuming that's what, I don't know.
And you know what else? That's probably spot on to me as well. But you know, when the tall man went to look at Steve and Father said, don't look.
Yeah.
Whereas Luke stared him in the eyes as a kid. So remember when he went under the bed?
Yeah.
So because Luke did look, I wonder if that was like he looked at a certain. It could be a metaphor for him looking at the fear in himself or something.
Yeah.
And that's why it kept haunting him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's interesting. I'm not gonna lie, this trips my brain because you can make it. It's been so grounded and logical.
Yeah.
And also so supernatural, and you can actually run with either side on its own and explore a whole avenue.
Yeah.
And then go, oh, hang on, but then there's all these logical explanations for it, and then you're sort of like, well, which one was really there?
I genuinely am enjoying exploring that grounded side though, like the interpretation of everything, the meaning behind everything, because I do feel like this is a really beautiful story just told in a very creative way, you know, like just about life and what people experience in life. We went through like so many different big issues, addiction, grief, like just so much,
wild.
like fear, guilt, everything.
And I don't normally go for these kind of shows, and as you know, sort of a hater of the horror genre, as we started this, I actually pleasantly enjoyed the experience overall. It was actually quite a journey.
Yeah.
And I am felt left kind of sad that it's over because
I know.
the music it really hit. I'm gonna put that out to my playlist, to be honest. That
specific song, yeah.
That main song that they play, it just encapsulates the emotion and the tragedy and the sacrifice and all of it.
Yeah.
And it just it was beautiful. And going through everyone's stories the way we did, and it sometimes felt a little too slow or a little grueling for me. But then what it amounted to, and they perfectly, like, the way they left the mother's story till 9, and you think that's the big play, but it's like, no, 10 is where we actually have all the secrets. And because 10 was actually, in a way, more grounded than I expected.
Yeah.
I did think the house was going to haunt them more. I thought it was going to get more brutal.
Yeah, that's right.
But it actually gave us a lot of closure in a nice way while still having to address the final demons remaining in the story.
Yeah. So things like their sensitivity and stuff, I guess, like, that's just meant to be taken at face value, that the family does have, I don't even know if I would call them abilities, but gifts or something that, you know, they're just very connected to that world, and they're very sensitive in that way. And I think that's, like, for face value.
Yeah.
The thing that I guess it's kind of answered the house, this alive thing, is, you know, when like Olivia and Nell, like you couldn't really see them. I guess that is just meant to be for like face value, like what the house has done to them.
Yeah.
In a way.
I suppose. Wouldn't it be cool to get like a prequel to The Haunting of Hill
Yeah.
House? See what happened to the original Hills?
Yeah. Well, I feel like a lot was said in this episode, and I feel like I have to like rewatch it because Steve, you know, we're focusing on the visuals, but Steve is literally writing out how it happened, how it started, and I think there was a line, something like, you know, that when they were building this house, the walls kind of like formed in its own way and something like that. But like, because there was so much to focus on, it didn't really fully cement. But essentially, like this story, when you really look at it at that grounded level, it's a story about a mother who, you know, we saw both sides. A mother who just feared for the outside world and what that would do to her children, and putting that stain on her children too, you know, like instead of being there to protect them in the best way that you can without that like fear and, you know, guilt as a mother and whatever it is.
And then a father who knew they were going to get hurt, but understood that that was the lesser evil than trying to entrap them and never letting them flourish, you know, like he knew he had to let them out into the world and he had to protect them from being afraid to take it head on, protect them from trying to run back into the red room, you know, trying to run back and hide from the world kind of thing. Yeah.
And I don't know if this is like too wacky and like religious and whatever, but if you look at Hill House as almost like, I don't know, like a heaven or a hell, for example, or just this afterlife.
Yeah, you've gone. That's one thing I don't vibe with fully. You're on this whole afterlife.
Well,
thing.
only because of the Dudleys. So the way I saw it was the daughter had passed on, and Hugh is saying like, I want to burn it down, I want to get rid of it, whatever. And that could just be his beliefs in the afterlife or whatever. If we're going back, stripping it back a bit, and the Dudleys are saying like, we don't want this place to be ruined because our daughter is here and we want to join her one day, you know? That I think that's why I see it that way a little bit.
Yeah, interesting. I see it maybe more on a grounded level where the Dudleys sort of contrast the risk of what Hill House represents, which is that in the end, out of their fear, they never ever left the nest. They never moved on. They were forever by the house. They sheltered their daughter, and that screwed them over. And then they never wanted to leave the house because of that daughter. The father lost his wife and a daughter. And in one sense, Hugh's the stronger of the individuals because he would not give in to that guilt and be defeated. He only did in the end to save the rest of his children. But he didn't use that as a reason to stay at the home and let his family sort of perish in that fear. He encouraged his children to not go back to that house. He didn't want them to face that. He kept all the burdens and secrets to himself. Go out into the world. Whereas the Dudleys in the end were not able to overcome that fear. They sort of contrast Hugh's decision.
Well, they did try to keep their daughter away from the house initially, and then because she was so locked down.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, but still out of fear,
Yeah.
they might not have been in Hill House, but they still did what the mother was doing.
Yeah.
So Hill House still was ruling them.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas the father, Hugh, didn't give in to that. He didn't live his life like that. And maybe this distancing the children from him was for that reason. He had to let them just keep themselves separate.
Yeah. I really am curious to see what you guys thought of it. Like, if you just, I don't know, like, obviously we've got our different tastes, like with religion and just the way we see the world and like parenting style and whatever. But yeah, I really want to know what you guys kind of extrapolated from this storyline.
And also let us know, because I know there are sort of not like sequels as in direct from this story, they're their own stories, but there are more seasons that were made. I think one's the
House of Usher or something?
That's like the last one. There's the something of Bly Manor, maybe the Haunting of Bly Manor or something.
Okay.
Then there's one between them that I think is the least liked. I'm not sure. Let me know. I can't remember which one that is. And then there's the House of Usher, that's the newest one. Now, there's a few of them. I never thought I'd be saying this because I remember when we started, I said, we're one and done. We're doing this one season and like I'm done with this kind of genre. Like I don't care for it. But I am actually, we won't do it right away. But I am interested to explore those coming, and we'll probably put those on some Patreon polls in the future. So let us know in the comments, though, if you'd like to see some of those, which ones you think are the stronger ones or the most essential ones. If any, maybe you think are absolutely worth skipping, we'll obviously see the feedback on that. But we'll keep our eyes out. And if it seems like a lot of you guys want us to do more of these, then we'll put that on our radar and get to them. We'll give this one some breathing room, too, because I think it's nice to digest it because it'll be too familiar.
Yeah.
I feel like you've got to unpack. We've definitely unpacked the themes a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like you've got to unpack. I want to say that I think the writing was, I want to call it a masterpiece in a way of this episode in particular. I'm not going to say the whole season's a masterpiece. It was very well written. But this episode, just the way they started us off with the Red Room, the way they left the fathers missing 3 hours till the 3/4 point, the way they actually... We knew the father was going to die. We were like, okay, he's probably going to be sacrificed. But the way they delivered it to us, going through Steve, seeing all the ghosts, and then he saw it all in the end, and you're like, oh, shit. Like, wow, they got us. We sort of thought that he was going to say... I sort of thought that maybe he was going to be like, I'm gonna stay behind, But we didn't know it was already done. They were already talking to the ghosts.
But that's crazy. It's like Steve and his father are carrying Luke... And then they look at each other knowingly, because obviously Steve has seen his father's body. No one else has. And then,
but how did they?
But you're waiting, and then we see that 3 hours, and because the house didn't want them to see.
Unless as soon as he walked back in the house, that's when he took him. It makes sense that he was dead already, but then how was he carrying Luke, and everyone was seeing him carry Luke? Like that's the weird part.
Well, what do you mean, like? I think, again, something that we just have to accept that sometimes certain children saw certain things when others didn't.
No, not about seeing. It's about the physical touch. Could this ghost physically carry Luke? Maybe he could, I guess, because he was actually carrying Luke, but technically it was a ghost, is what I'm saying.
I think so. Because, like, imagine how real Abigail was for Luke,
Yeah. Yeah, man. I feel like upon a rewatch, this would hit very different.
Oh yeah.
And I know you guys said in comments along the way. Maybe you can point out some of the episodes as well. I know we're asking for a lot here, but there's so much in this. But I know along the way you noticed one towards the later part. There were a lot of like hidden ghosts in the back, and we probably missed a lot of those. That's interesting little tidbits.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, because there would be so many different ones. Like, who are they? We only know about like Will and Polly and the kid in the wheelchair and Hazel and whatever. Do you know what I mean? But then there was so many other ones, which now makes sense.
I feel like it still leaves more to be desired, which is nice too, because it lets you probably think about it, you know. But
yeah, for sure.
I also like my closure.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad that
at least that mystery element open a little bit.
It's kind of sad in the end that Olivia, you know, she kind of lost her mind in a sense. Because even when she was a ghost, like you see, Nell had figured it out.
Yeah.
Whereas Olivia was still completely blinded, and the father was trying to help her see. Maybe she saw a little bit, but the fact that I guess she was afraid of being alone, even though she had her daughter. It's interesting. But the fact that she was happy for Hugh to kill himself, to then let the children go, she still wasn't in her right mind.
Yeah.
Because because Olivia that we met at the beginning, she was a beautiful mother, so loving, you know. And it is still sad that that family had, you know, they went through that.
Tragic.
Because when I saw them all as adults for a moment and Olivia was looking back at them and it's looking at Steve and everything and the father was there, I was just thinking, what could have been?
I know.
You know, I guess we wouldn't have a story, but this family could have had a beautiful family and, you know, unfortunately they had to go through all this and crazy.
I think it was beautiful in the Red Room when Nell came to all of them and, you know, they were all carrying Nell as this ghost of like one of their guilts and fears and whatever. And I thought that was really nice that she was like speaking back to them. She's like, everyone was saying their sorries and apologies and, you know, their reasonings. And even like, I think it was for Shirley, it's like, I'm sorry, I didn't answer. And she was like, but you answered so many before. And like, it wasn't going to change anything. And I don't know, like that really hit me emotionally.
And it's kind of like love set them free in the end because Nell sort of represented love to me.
Yeah.
And then she touched them. Because without Nell, that was screwed. So you almost needed Nell to die to be able to set them free.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, which is wild. It's wild that they were already in the Red Room so many times. That still blows my mind.
I know.
And you had no way, like it was there staring in the face the whole time and you had no idea.
Yeah, did you?
That's what I mean.
I know. I'm just joking.
Oh, Pudgey.
Wow.
And they put the fear of, like, is Luke going to die? Because Nell, I mean, yeah, the time stuff still trips me out because the mother just literally saw her children on their deathbeds. So she saw that.
Well, she saw Luke there frothing at the mouth, which happened.
Yeah.
But I guess she didn't foresee that Nell would be the one to push him back into the world, if that makes sense. I don't know.
She saw what the house wanted her to see, and the house obviously in some weird way, it had some futures because as I said, the timeline stuff still really trippy. I think it's very complex when you want to look at it. And then the way they tackled ghosts, see, not all ghosts, they had 3 layers. They had normal ghosts, like the actual ghosts of the Hill House. They had a false presented ghost, which was Abigail, in my opinion. Although maybe sometimes she was a ghost. I don't know if that's true. You guys can confirm. But otherwise, yeah, we know she was alive at some point. Mm-hmm. And then the third one was the ghost that was not really a ghost, more just guilt, which was the mother for Hugh and that guy for Shirley.
Right. I was going to say Nathan. Right.
Because, you know, we know what the mother was, but Ryan never actually died. That was just her guilty conscience. She kept seeing him. That wasn't actually a horror ghost kind of thing, but yet it still tied into the whole theme of the show. So it was like 3 different layers, and that's why it keeps you very unsure and everything, because what's what?
Yeah.
So Shirley and her dreams, that was probably the least explained. Maybe it's not meant to be that deep, but it's probably the least explained ability, because it was never sort of like Theo's was acknowledged and used something.
So I think all of those things that I feel like you think are up in the air was explained to me with Nell's explanation of time being like almost like confetti.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. With the dreams especially.
Yeah.
I guess they were all just different signs of almost like everyone having these premonitions of the house, what was going on.
But you know, I don't know if you've ever had a dream where, like, I've had dreams where I'm like, they feel so real and you're like, oh shit, that dream, whatever. But then it actually happens in real life. Like, have you ever had that happen to you before?
Yeah,
like,
I'm pretty sure I've shared stories about it on the channel.
Yeah, but not that but yours never came to life. Like,
yours happened after.
Yeah. And then
You ever dream of me dying?
No.
What does surprise me?
Oh my god.
Keep telling you guys, if this channel becomes just Pudgy, you know what happened to me.
Stop it. But what I'm saying is, and then you like start to question. You're like, wait, did I dream that, or this happened in real life? Like, and then you kind of like question it. I don't know if that's ever happened to you guys, but it definitely has happened to me. I'm kind of scared that I might have my own haunting of your house.
Oh no, I've got my own haunted ghost.
Anyways, yeah, so I feel like that might be Shirley's like experience, because that does happen to people.
Well, let's look at some of the things that we fixated on that didn't amount to anything.
Okay.
I'd love to start with my favorite.
Go on.
The eyes. These magical eyes that were gonna, these white eyes that had to mean something, and it was just purely horror.
Yeah, that's fine, but
And before you, because a few of the other actions, you're like, I wasn't even saying much. Before you assume that it's just me saying this, I've been reading the comments on the videos.
Yeah, but I rewatched. Hang on, I rewatched.
I've been seeing the chats on the Discord, and we know the people know what they saw.
See, I rewatched me saying it, and I still know how I meant it. I just obviously didn't come across that way.
But it wasn't just the one video, because we were like punching on one of the discussions, and you were just saying, you don't just get white eyes for no reason, like, but they mean something. And I was just saying, well, no, it's a commonly known, to make something look creepy, that you do that white eye.
Yeah, for sure. But at the end of the day as well, I feel like there's a lot of meaning there. Like, when your eyes are getting ripped out at the end there with Olivia and who else was it?
But no one's...
That's all I was saying.
No, it's not. No one was denying that there was meaning to it, but it's like, it wasn't a unique trope to the story. It doesn't represent like death and horror. Yes, but it's like every horror ever has the white eyes, the droopy eyes. It's just common looks that make you creep out. It wasn't particularly intertwined to make this story, you know.
And is there anything else that you want to mention?
Yes. Well, your second fail, more your fails. Your second fail was, which I figured out, was the fact that Theodore took the money, and I was a bit more grounded. You were a little bit wackier. I wasn't amazing with that one. We were both slow, but you thought
no, but
that
I was half correct. I was half correct. Like, she went in for a kiss.
No, that wasn't it. You're wrong about that one too, but no, that wasn't that one.
Oh, what are you talking about?
You're wrong about that one because I instantly was like, nah, it wasn't at all.
Oh, about the money.
But thank you for bringing up another one you're wrong with. The money, where I was just always like, it has to be something very simple and grounded, but that, you know, I was always taking for that.
No, but I thought it was simple and grounded, but I just, but I was just like, what could be worse than cheating? To me, I couldn't, like,
yeah.
I'm like, it has to be something big, which is fair.
The people falling asleep.
Hang on, wait, no.
Oh.
No, you brought it up. Am I not correct in saying that?
The insinuation with how you were saying it was...
I didn't insinuate nothing.
You were more, but the thing is, when I remember when I said it and you were like, you go with the reaction. When I said, I looked at the worst for cheating, not that it's actually worse than cheating, but that in their circumstance, she would have preferred it. And you were like, word for word, you wouldn't have reacted this way if you already knew that. You were like, yeah, okay, interesting, maybe. But after you fought me for a minute, you wouldn't have reacted that way if you already had that. So
I don't
you will not bullshit Spartan on this channel. The viewers, are you saying the viewers are dumb?
I don't remember that.
Me and the viewers know.
But let me just say, like, from my memory of what, like, my brain was thinking at the time, I just remember thinking, like, it had to be worse than cheating. Like, of course. But I didn't think it was like something had to do with the house.
No, I'm not saying you did, but I think you more literally thought it actually was worse than cheating. Whereas this one
well, in her eyes it is.
Well,
even though she cheated.
I don't think that it would be that it was literally, but it was more just to express like, dude, she almost went right than you said. Anyway, honestly, guys, we bored you. I apologize for Pudgy. Last one, like there's probably a lot more, but the last main one was just the clock. We were fixating on the time. I think it was just to show that it was the same. It happened at the same time, no matter what time zone. But remember, for a few episodes, we were like, "What does 03 mean? Could it mean 3 deaths, 4 deaths?"
Yeah.
That.
Well, can I just say?
I'm not. The thing is,
can I just say there was 3 deaths in the end? Nell, Hugh, Olivia.
That's true, but I don't know if that was intentional or a coincidence.
I don't know, but I'm gonna take it
because Hugh wasn't dead at that time.
It doesn't matter.
So I think the point was more the time zone. So when it's interesting when everyone woke up like like that, and it was the same time that I believe Nell died when it's time to wake up. It's almost like when she died, they woke up. And it's kind of like it took that to wake them up.
Yeah.
Like wake up from your fears, your guilt, and start addressing
so poor
this.
Nell had to suffer so everyone else could wake up.
So anyway, I mean, damn. In its own weird way, it was both sad and wholesome as well.
Yeah.
And it took us on this creepy journey, but presented a real nice message. And I just think it's safe to say overall, we are very pleased and very much enjoyed this. So I'm glad. I never heard of this series before. I don't know anyone who's watched it. So you guys put this one of those ones where we wouldn't have discovered it, I don't think anyway, without the channel. And I probably wouldn't have given it a shot without the channel.
I'm really glad you guys got us into this. I really enjoyed it. Well, guys, we hope you enjoyed our reaction and our Haunting of Hill House journey. Don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments down below what you thought of our theories, the whole series, like, as a whole. And stay tuned, because as always, we'll be replacing this series with a new one. So we'll let you know down below what's starting next, but stay tuned. There'll be many more on the channels. Those who have just joined us for this, many more adventures to be had. And as always, if you want early access to any of our reactions and you want to watch our uncut reactions, or you want to have a vote in the polls where we decide which of these mini-series and bigger series we watch alongside with our movie reactions, then we'll leave a link to our Patreon down below. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you on one of our next reactions. See you guys.